Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Greater Good. So, we started this podcast a few years ago because there are so many interesting people throughout San Diego County and elsewhere that I consider are doing really great things for the communities they live in or otherwise. And so today, I'm really excited to have as my guest Armando Martinez from Valley View Casino and Hotel. Hey, Armando, how are you?
Doing great, Jeff. How are you doing?
Welcome to my show. I'm just really excited that you're here.
No, thank you for the invite. It's an
Yeah.
honor.
Oh, you're welcome. So, Armando, you're the Director of Security and Transportation for Valley View Casino and Hotel. And the hotel, that's an important element in what it is that you do. Can you tell us a little bit about, what your job is every day?
Sure. Well, right now, 22 years in the business as a shift sergeant, and then going up into the branches. I mean, obviously, the first concern was running the shift and making sure that the officers are out there patrolling and making contact and all that. Now being the director, overseeing it, it's more about growing my captain and my lieutenants and ensuring that they're out there knowing what to look for, making sure that they're not only out there with the guys, but a resource for them so we get them what they need to perform their duties.
So, so basically, you're just growing your team, getting the line of succession more clearly articulated. And how do you do that?
Well, number one, it's about being knowledgeable myself about what's going on out in the world and how we can filter and hear. We in our department developed a philosophy, or really adopted the philosophy of predict, deter, respond, and recover. And in doing so, knowing what's going out in the world, we're able to do better predictions on how that's going to impact the casino and what's coming our way. So it's first doing my homework out there and then sharing it with the team, and then making sure what areas that we can predict that it's going to affect the casino.
So it's more like an intelligence gathering function.
100%. Yeah. If you ever told me that my job was heading in this direction, I wouldn't have believed it. So, but now more than ever, I believe in the power of knowledge.
Yeah, absolutely. So earlier in my life, I was a criminal investigator in the intelligence division for the IRS. And I used to laugh when people said, "So you're a spy?" I said, "No, no, no. I just gather data and then go out and hopefully arrest the bad guys." But you don't have that authority at the casino to arrest people. Is that right?
That's correct. Obviously, we have the being civilian, so we can make a civil or civilian arrest. But we do work closely with our tribal police, and also with the sheriff's department that is about 2 minutes away on each side. So nice. Definitely collaborate with them and network and meet with them regularly to, number one, uphold the relationships that we developed, and that also helps us know what's out there and what's coming our way.
No, absolutely. So what are some of the trends that you're seeing from the civilian population that eventually comes to your casino and hotel?
Right now it is the transients who also bring up the narcotics with them. It's really identifying them and keeping them out of the casino.
When you say transients, are you talking about homeless people, or are you just talking about people that are more mobile? What does that mean?
It's a little bit of both. We get the homeless that are up here, that come up here on our city bus, and then also we get the ones that are mobile in their vehicles, trying to, let's say, set up camp.
Yeah.
And then our officers do a great job of identifying them and moving them on.
Yeah. So that's a startling trend, especially the part where they're bringing narcotics onto your property.
100%.
Yeah.
I could tell you back when COVID first started, and we reopened up, just like everyone else, narcotics was a big role. Fentanyl played a big role in overdoses, and to be honest, we did have our share of overdoses on property.
Hmm. Hmm.
Officers and EMTs, we have bags with Narcan in them, so we were able to get them back up. But once we identify someone who number one has narcotics or
Right.
is associated with narcotics or is even in the same car that we find narcotics in, we
Yeah.
exclude them permanently from the casino. There's no coming back.
Yeah. That's tragic, that trend. And as you know, we've worked and taught our program, our awareness training at other casinos, and it seems to be pretty prolific everywhere.
Right.
But just full disclosure to my listeners, my team and I, we've been to Valley View Casino a couple of times and taught our human trafficking training there. And I just can't compliment you and your team and Boyd Long enough about how progressive you are in terms of combating this infiltration of, like you said, drugs and other paraphernalia, weapons, and then from our standpoint, just the awareness about human trafficking. So, uh, can maybe you can share a few of the things that you do that you think are different than perhaps other groups.
Sure, 100%. And I'm gonna share and be honest. Being my age, I just turned 50, but coming back from that age, I've always grew up thinking, um, the prostitute and they were bad, and thanks to you and your team and the information you gave us, now understand that they're victims, and we want to do our part in ensuring that they get the help and get them to safety if we all possibly can.
Right.
So one thing that really happened in the future or in the past that kind of really heightened our sensitivity with the hotel rooms was the Mandalay Bay shooting,
Oh my
and
gosh.
how you got all that weapons up there. So we took an internal look at our policies and what we do and what we could do better as far as ensuring something like that doesn't happen.
Hmm.
And so after doing that, we mandated that all rooms will be cleaned after the second night, no matter if you want it or not. We're going in there. We're going to look around.
Right.
Made it a policy that our front desk are always checking IDs. If you're adding someone to it, they're checking that ID, making sure that the person is the person who's going up in that room.
Hmm.
Thirdly, we have officers at our front doors, both entrances, and we're doing ID checks. But furthermore, they're scanning the guests as they're coming in and seeing what they're carrying, the luggage, what they look like,
Right.
and making that determination to card or not. And fourth, we go out there and we talk to everybody on the casino floor. It's our it's what we do. It's why we show the guests that we care. We start with hello, and the power of hello is
Yeah,
amazing.
it
So
really is.
it definitely number one helps us create that relationship with our guests, and then it also lets those who are here to do no good that we talk to them, we know who they are, and if we
Right.
didn't kick you out, our eyes are on you. So
Right. Yeah, that's really progressive. And informed. And so, that's part of the thing that we try to do with our training. The more people we create awareness with, the better. But, one thing that I've learned in my life is to practice for what happens before what happens. And
100%.
that's kind of the philosophy that I see that you and your team have adopted at Valley View Casino and Hotel. So, how many people are you responsible for?
You know what? We have about an average 1,000 team members on property, and then we see about 3 million guests a year. So
Wow,
quite a bit.
that's a lot of responsibility. The last time we were out there, I saw you're building, you're putting a new building up. What's that? What's that going to be?
It's a new administration buildings. Right now, we're kind of spotted and had several administration campuses out. So this is our way of getting them all under one roof. and everyone together. And it does heighten the safety of the team members also, because we'll have a security officer in the administration building also.
Right.
So yeah, it's really nice. It's nice seeing that growth.
So your career, you didn't come from law enforcement, right?
No, no, funny story though is that I was actually in the process with the sheriff's department. I had taken the test and I was going through my investigation part of it, and this job came up. I'm actually from the San Pasqual Reservation, so interviewed and was brought on as a sergeant, and then had a choice to make, and this is the choice I made. And you know what, I'm 100% behind the choice. It's done me and my family very well.
Yeah, that's great. Of course, law enforcement's really getting the brunt of a lot of negativity these last couple of years. But, we can't live without them. That's for darn sure.
Right, 100. Yep.
So tell me, what's the most enjoyable thing about your job?
The guests, and the team members, and interacting with them. It's. I mean, we call it a job, but it's not a job. It's kind of like a home away from home, and I'm out here
Yeah.
visiting with my family and my guests that come in here to see us.
Yeah. Now, are you a Native American?
I am. I am from the San Pasqual Band of Mission Indians.
Oh, wow. Such, really, it makes me smile every time I see these gigantic casinos and hotels going up here in San Diego. It's wonderful to see the tribes, the bands, really performing economically at a much higher level than I think most people ever anticipated. So, yeah, you should feel good about that.
Yeah, it's a real blessing.
We're having some sound difficulties here. You like the gas, you like to enjoy getting out on the floor. The few times that I've been to your casino, there's just a sense of calmness, which, in some of the other places like in Vegas where you've got that, there's a little bit of tension in the air, all the noise and the background stuff and the smoke. But I don't see that at your casino.
We really built a great culture here, and that starts from the GM down. He's definitely guest service oriented, and it's his passion, and that filtered all the way down to our frontline team members. And we really built a place to, we call them guests, their family, and we were able to develop that relationship with our guests to where they're comfortable here, and we know a lot of them by name, and they make several trips a month to us, and it's something that he really hit the nail on the head with. Yeah, definitely.
Well, I know this is sacrilegious, but I'm not a gambler. I mean, other than life is a gamble.
Yes, it is.
But your food in your casino and hotels is amazing. I mean, we've been to your high end. What's the name of the restaurant? The Blue.
Black and Blue.
Black and Blue. Wow, I know it is high end stuff. Even the lunches there are just spectacular. In fact, the last time you and I had lunch, it took me 2 days to finish the thing.
We definitely take our pride in our food, everything we do, but our food has definitely put us on the map. And once they get in here, our team members win them over, and we have a guest, a family member for life. So
yeah, that's super. So you have an anniversary. The casino has an anniversary that's coming up or is already here.
It's already passed. It passed in April. It's our 22nd year of anniversary. We opened up on April 1st, 2001.
Nice.
Never looked back.
Yeah, no, that's wonderful. So how do you evaluate the size of a casino? Is it based on the number of slot machines or the number of tables or volume of revenue or number of guests? How does that happen?
Well, I think we look at the number of guests that are coming in, and then what they prefer. We're known as a slot house. I mean, we do have table games. We have 16 table games, and we have a following for that. But for the majority of our guests, they like the slots. So we've built our casino um, for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is the number of guests that come in, and how we can grow the casino to better fit what they like in an entertainment venue.
So you indicated you're part of the band, and I'm assuming that when you were growing up and becoming a young adult, you didn't really know anything about the casino business. In fact, the casino didn't even exist. Um, so is it typical for casinos like yours to bring in outside consultants initially and teach you the game, or how it operates?
In the beginning, it was. We brought in a gaming company to help us build our brand.
Right.
Fortunately, we went away from that, and we're blessed with Bruce Howard, and he having all this experience in the casino business and pretty much all around the United States with the casinos, as
Right.
again, another godsend for us, and has helped us develop not only the casino but the culture that brings everybody in.
Yeah, that really excites me when you control your own destiny as a business enterprise. When I see things like Harris Casino on an Indian casino, I'm wondering, is the financial benefit really watershedding down to, the people that deserve it the most? So yeah, I'm impressed when you take over, and we do work with Sequam Casino as well. They're great friends of ours, and it's the same story there. They manage their casino by hiring professionals, and then growing within their own band. That sophistication.
Yeah.
So what do you like to do other than work?
Well, I mean, I've always been passionate about work, so pretty much 24/7. I'm working. If I'm not here, I'm on the phone or reading emails. But other than that, it's my family. It's spending time with my kids, my wife. Kids are growing up in sports, so I definitely enjoy that portion of it. I coached my kids from the time they were 5 to high school, so
Mm,
just being a part of that life and learning or growing, whether it's kids or team members, has really been a big passion of mine. And my joy, or my takeaway from that, is how successful they are, and what they
right.
learn, how they grow. So
Yeah. So how many kids do you have?
two. I have a 20-year-old and I have a 17-year-old.
Wow, that's great. So they're getting ready to get off the bank of dad
To
and,
sprint.
and move into the real world.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, the way times are right now, so we'll see when they're ready to leave the nest.
So what you're saying is they've got it pretty good.
Yeah, they're pretty locked in.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's great. So do you live nearby?
I do. I live about 10 minutes south of here, so I'm in Escondido,
Uh-huh. Yeah,
but it's a nice drive up.
yeah. So what are the plans for the future for the Valley View Casino and Hotel?
It just to continue to provide our guest service and a great entertainment venue for the guest, and be that economic engine for the tribe, and look at future growths that we can make. Everything's in the future, and kind of like what I said, the predict portion of it is see what's coming and see how we can grow the business to better suit the future generations of gamblers.
Yeah, I see that the tribe, I think the correct term, correct me if I'm wrong, is band. Your band has been acquiring some land uh, down near Bates Nut Farm. Um, are they going to develop that? What's the purpose?
Yeah, The tribe or the band, they have their own economic committee that looks at that, and they do buy land. An example of that is about a mile away from us. They had bought land and sat on it for a little bit, and now we have a gas station. There's plans to bring in a coffee house. So I think they buy what they think is suitable. I know the goal is to connect our reservation or our lands more, because right now they're a little bit checkerboarded.
Yeah.
So it's doing that while keeping an eye out what lands we could purchase or businesses we could purchase to create more of an economic stability for the tribe.
Sure. You don't want to rely on a single source. Yeah, that gas station. So you're talking about the gas station on the corner?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Horizon Fuel, I
That
believe it's called. Yeah.
thing is huge.
Oh my God, it's like you stop in there and you're pulling into a mansion of gas stations.
It's really something, and it's constantly busy. I've been by there a number of times, and I've been inside. It's very, very cool. It's really modern and clean, crisp.
Yeah,
And,
really gorgeous
and
inside, and pretty much have everything you need there.
yeah, right. It's one-stop shop. So, how does that work now? Do you pay state tax on transactions within that station that's part of your tribe? How does that
You know,
work?
I really don't know that part of it. We're really not intermixed in that business side, but I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah. So how long ago did you put the casino, or I'm sorry, the hotel? Was that always a part of the platform there?
No, the hotel came later first, because we were a little square box that then put a tent on the side, and then from there we started adding on, and we had to get inventive. And the first expansion, we remained open, and it was quite a new experience for us, because we had to make little, I don't want to say tunnelways, but kind of like similar like walking in New York, right? So when they're
Uh-huh.
doing their buildings, there's like little pathways you walk in and out of the casino, and
Right.
it's really been amazing to see the growth of the casino from the first expansion to where we are now. But after that first expansion, a couple of years later came the hotel.
Yeah. So your band brothers and sisters at Hamul looks like they're gonna hopefully put a hotel in on their property.
I'm really excited for them. I can't wait
Yeah.
to see that portion come up.
I was just shocked actually at how small the footprint for Hamul Casino is. It's only 6 acres.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, I remember when they first were thinking about building it, and from the news, and they were saying it's pretty much going to take up their entire reservation
Yeah.
On that casino footprint. So yeah, it's amazing. But they did a great job. I got to say, I've been there a few times, and
Yeah.
the way they worked it, and their gaming floor is just amazing.
Yeah. No, it's a cool place. Not as cool as yours, of course.
We'll appreciate that.
Of course, right? And
Yep.
so that's what Chairman Martinez would say about Saquon.
Yeah.
I'm the guy.
Yeah.
No competition. In fact, it was Chairman Martinez that told me one time. He said, "We love all of our tribal brothers and sisters, and we'll support them any way we come, unless it involves our casinos, and then we're cutthroat competitive." So,
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, that's a great statement. And he and I share the same philosophy. We're all brothers and sisters out here, and we want everyone to succeed. And I mean, who are we kidding? We all share the same guests. So they come here with the Saquon and Viejas players' cards, as well as they go to there with our Valley View cards. So, I mean,
is that right?
Oh, yeah.
So once they're involved in the gambling thing, it's like a circuit. Is that what they do?
Yeah, I say so. They have their likes of each casino. We want to win them over and
Right.
have more visits here. But at the end of the day, we all share them.
So, rumors forever about casinos, yours or any of them for that matter, nationally, is that the slot machines are the most profitable element to the casino business. Is that true?
I couldn't technically answer that question, but the slot machines do bring them in, and no business succeeds with with giving away money. I can tell you that, but it's all
Right.
gambling, right? So
Right.
um, yeah, the slot machines bring in the money. I mean,
Yeah. So what's the biggest payout on a slot machine at Valley View?
oh wow, it depends. No, at one point we've given $1 million away at one point.
For one gambler?
Yeah, one gambler.
Wow.
You got the mega bucks. You got yeah, you got a lot of machines out there that kind of, what do they call it? Have a grand jackpot, but the mega bucks feeds off of every casino, whether it's here in California
Mm,
or if it's in Vegas,
right.
and wherever that machine hits and they hit that grand prize,
Yeah.
it could be really big at times. But
Wow. So it's
the
like the
average,
lottery.
I'd say about the average jackpot's about $1,200.
Really? Wow. Now you're going to convince me to start gambling.
Yeah.
I don't think my wife would like that.
I gotta say, I played them for a while, and it was never me winning that jackpot.
No, you weren't that guy.
No,
There was never a $1,200 payoff. That's what you're saying.
right.
Yeah. Well, that's what your tribe is hoping for. Right?
We
Fewer
love giving away
payouts.
money. We definitely do. So
No, you're not a church, right?
yeah, that's right.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. So, what's the funniest thing that's ever happened on the casino floor?
Oh, geez. Wow. Wow. That's a good question. I couldn't answer that. I mean, we have a great time, and obviously we have witty banter with the guests that we know the most, as well as back at the house. We're a family here, so
Right.
we have fun back here. I would say the most fun times is we have a promotion that we call the Great Big, depending on what it is, what season it is, giveaway.
Uh-huh.
And our promotion team goes out there, and as we choose a bank for a guest to win, they're out there celebrating and creating that hoopla and cheering them on.
Yeah.
So
Right.
that's always fun to watch. So
I
I'd probably say that is probably one of our biggest
That's a
fun.
lot of fun.
Yeah.
No streakers running through the casino, or
No, no. I mean, I have some stories back in the beginning, but I mean, those are being in the security field are pretty gross. So I will leave that out.
we'll just leave that.
Yeah.
Let that sleeping dog lie there.
Yeah. We won't unbury that one.
I did see a clip, a security clip from a casino where the gambler, the client, was so intense in staying in front of this slot machine, in spite of the fact that there was a waste paper basket next to her that was literally on fire, and the responders came to put the fire out, and they had to physically move her out of the way and until the fire got put out, and she immediately went back to playing on that slot machine. I mean, that's compulsive behavior right there. I mean,
Oh, I got to tell you, we've had people go down with a heart attack or a stroke, and people won't want to move from the machine, or they're trying to play over the person. So yeah, you're right. So
oh my gosh,
that's
all
amazing.
all with the hope of hitting the big one.
Yes, yes.
Right, right. So, what is your typical demographic? Who comes to your casino? What?
Typical demographic is, I would say 60 to 70. Females have a slight edge over males that come here.
Mm.
But we cater more mainly to them. On the weekend, it starts going down more to about 40 to 50.
Years old?
Yep.
Oh, right. So it's an older population.
Yeah. Which
And
we like. I mean, they bring less of the trouble and.
sure, yeah, they're mature and
Mhm.
understand that this is gambling.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
And we don't put those venues out like clubs or something like that. I mean, we definitely want them here and want them to feel comfortable and safe while they're here. So
So if I come to your casino and I'm gambling, do I get free alcohol like they do in Vegas?
No, no. Being part of California, we follow that ABC law, so that's one thing that we don't do. Sodas, water, coffee, definitely free.
Yeah. So, but that law, that California state law, that's not mandatory because you're an Indian tribe. So
Well, I
you,
mean, we do have a compact that we or the board of directors here meets on, and they go over, and that's one of the stipulations that we agreed to in order to have alcohol sales here on the
I
casino
see.
floor.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I got to tell you, I mean, I know you. You know, we met several times, but this is a real pleasure. I'm really learning a lot more about what it is you do and how exciting that job is, and productive and meaningful. I just want to thank you so much for finding time today in your busy schedule. I know you guys are in the middle of a huge project out there, and I just want to say I congratulate you for what you do, and look forward to seeing more of you in the future.
Oh, thank you, Jeff, and thank you. And we're blessed that we found you and you came our way. What you brought with us with human trafficking has been amazing and has already shown benefits to us. Thank you for all you do. We appreciate that. We appreciate you.
Have a great day.
You too.